I'm only going to say this once. Acknowledge me.
YouTube faithful, what's going on? Captain Crush back in the mix. We have the Wolves facing the Mavs today. Game 1, Western Conference Finals. Everybody's been waiting for it. Everybody's been talking about it. And now who's gonna be about it? Before I get into that and break this puppy down, I just want to say, if you're new here, hit the subscribe. If you're old, new, whatever, smash the like button. You already know, like your mother taught you right, baby. Get it done, pay the toll, know your role. The same thing applies every single day. Y'all have been getting better about it. I appreciate it. It helps more people get the video because YouTube algorithm is linked to likes. I don't know why, but that's how they do things. That's why garbage content gets viral, because people hit like on videos that provide nothing but nonsense, and educational videos always get lost in the dumpster. Classic American society. So, with that out of the way, I appreciate you for stopping by. Let's kick it off and let's get it right. And you better know that a victory lap is loading from yesterday, baby, because the play of the day, Jaylen Brown. So what for? And a chalkboard sweep and a taco sweep, which I'll get into all that because Captain Crush called it all. Now let's get to the cook. Well, first we got WNBA, and like I said, WNBA is guessing. Dearica Hamby yesterday went ham. How about that for a play on words there, baby? How about that? Hamby went ham. Yes, sir. Or should I say yes, ma'am, in this regard. But like I said, until another 2 weeks go by, we're just guessing. So let's see what we got. We got Skylar Diggins-Smith, 21.5 points plus assists. She's 22.5 on FanDuel. I guess it would be crispy. I'm not sure. Nalissa Smith, 21 points, rebounds. I guess it could be crispy. I don't know. We'll have to maybe check this out. Maybe I'll do this live on the live stream. But there ain't a lot for WNBA. First, I'm just going to see if there's anything before I do the NBA cook. Clark and Lloyd under 3 No, I do not want that sweat, baby. But it is plus EV. Jewel Lloyd, 28 points, rebounds. I mean, all these are 50-50s, y'all. Everything right now in the WNBA is a 50-50. I probably am going to fade it today. Yeah, so there's nothing there. But that's the beauty of having an odd shopping tool, bang, right at your fingertips. So let's go to the NBA, and you can see here right out of the gate, Halliburton under 8.5 assists. You win over yesterday and win in overtime. Every single pacer covered their lines yesterday, y'all. Why? Because just as sure as water is wet, and just as sure as Lewis Embiid in the court doesn't have a date to the dance, is just as sure as I said the Pacers' lines were way too low if this game happens to stay close. Halliburton's fantasy cash, points cash, everything cash. He soared over everything. He hit his assist by 2. But listen, nobody expected that game to stay close, and you always have to factor that in. If it does stay close, you gotta know those low lines are gonna be hitting. All the Pacers covered every single one. So you can go ahead and you can take a 2-man right here. Al Horford, the crafty veteran who's been playing just obscene minutes, 10.5 points, and Nembhard, 10.5 points, bang and a bang. They're both going to be bumped by tomorrow, so if you want to get those in now, you can. I don't love either of them, but it's a little bit of value there. So as you can see, there's just nothing hitting, y'all. It's going to be all a guessing game. Roulette, put your dice down, put your marbles down, because we are gambling. It's time to go into the gut call tank. So, right out of the gate, let's go. Let's see who we're going with first. Bang! Mike Breen got nothing on Captain Crutch. I said bang! Anthony Edwards, 45 fantasy points. Woo! Is he hitting? Well, I think he is hitting, but I'll tell you what I may not be hitting, and that's this game. 2 defensively teams, believe it or not, the Mavs have been playing top defense over the last 2 series. Their defense, and even towards the end of the season, has went from yang to a bang. Okay? They're playing high-end defense right now out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on. But the fact is, the Wolves are the number 1 defense. So you take defense and defense, you put them together, you get slow pace, and you get under season. And I ain't talking underwear. I'm talking under on the player stats, fella. That's what I'm saying. So, this gonna be a sweat, just like it is every night. He gives you block and steal upside. He's got point upside. He's got rebound, dish equity, all of it, baby. you got to have exposure to it in at least one or two. I don't know what I'm going to be doing here, full stop. But I'll tell you this, hit them with the lottery props, Crush. At home, and Edwards, if for whatever reason you think this game is going to blow out, bang, over half a dunk is hitting in a blowout. I'll tell you that right now. But if you think the game's going to stay close, bang, it still might be hitting because he's Ant Edwards. He's going to be at home. He's got an attitude. He's got an ego the size of this office. The man is going to most likely dunk on someone and or go coast to coast in transition. Either way, okay? And then, if you're not interested in any of those, Captain Crush has got one more for you. And that's field goal attempted, brother, because it's at 21. I've seen it higher than this versus Denver, and he's gonna chuck the shots. 24, 17, 15, 25, 15. Either of these are fine. The 3 points attempted would probably be my favorite, to be honest. The man just seems to get at least 7 to 8 3-pointer attempted every single game, especially if they're down points. So any of those lottery props, the field goal attempts, the 3-point attempts, and the dunk. I think the dunk has the most likelihood of hitting because you only need one, brother. You only need one. You're saying there's a chance. You only need one. One transition steal, one coast to coast, one open lane, one posterized slammer hammer dunk. And he cashes your coin. Whereas the fantasy score, you're going to need a full game. You're going to need Ant Edwards to pony up 39 to 40 minutes, and you're going to need a close game. So those are my thoughts on Ant Edwards. Now remember, it's game one. We're just guessing here, Myon. We need to see the matchups. I don't care what happened in regular season. This is a totally different everything. Michael Conley. Oh, the crafty veteran. The former highest paid point guard in the league, baby. Mike Conley, the glue that holds it all together. Wolves fans better be thanking their lucky stars Conley came back, because without Conley, Denver was going to whoop that rear end. So Conley has normally been at 25. Now they got him at 28. It's 3 points higher. That means he's being juiced under. He's plus EV. If you want to take a shot on Conley because he's been a cash cow for you, I won't begrudge you a bit, brother. I won't. But truth be told, I think he's going to get bumped down to maybe 27.5, and then I'm going to attack it then. But I may just take it in one anyways because it looks crispy. But my play of the day, here he is, Jaden McDaniels, the unsung hero for the Wolves last series. I'm giving him another chance. I'm going to ride that hot hand, baby. I'm going to ride it right off the rails. 21.5 fantasy score. He can get a block and steal here and there. He's not exactly poverty to the third degree or anything. His points, rebounds, assists at 15.5 are in play. Either one of these are going in the mix. I tend to lean on the fantasy score just in case he does get that blocker steal. I want it like air, and I think he can cash. Now, you already know when you take a role player, you're taking a sweat. It's gonna be a sweat. On top of that, the man's notorious for getting into foul trouble. It's what he does. He might have 5 fouls by the third quarter and then chalk it all. That's just how it works. So you got to know that going into it. If you want someone that's going to be reliable, you go with Ant Edwards. If you want someone who has a way lower line but significant upside, you go with Jaden McDaniels. If you want a wagon play and you don't want to be forced off, you go with Mike Conley. If you want to eat chalk, you watch somebody else's YouTube and fade Captain Crush. All right, now clear the board. I'm not doing outlier or analytical stuff today because it's game one and everybody's just guessing. We don't know what's going to happen. I will say this. Rudy Gobert, under 36 fantasy points, is catching my eye. I don't know if I can pull the trigger, but it's catching my eye. And then I am a premium man when it comes to buying low and selling high. And I'm telling you right now, PJ Washington at 26 fantasy score is as low as it's going to be. I don't know why, but he's being juiced under and it doesn't make any sense to me. If we go take a look, you can see under 26, he's 24 here, 25 there. His points, rebounds, his points, assist is being, it's kind of bad too. All of it's kind of poverty, to be honest with you. If you can find his rebound line at 5.5, you got to hit that and you got to hit it hard. His points, rebounds, assists at 19.5 is super low. That was just 24.5 2 games ago. Granted, it's a different series, but it's going to be interesting to see how the Wolves and Mavs match up. The Mavs can't just run out those alley-oop dunks like they did against the Oklahoma Thunder because the Wolves have 2 big men. Pause! pause. Nope, we're not pausing talking about balls. I mean, what? We're talking about Cat Towns and Rudy Gobert. So PJ Washington, you got to give the man some type of credit. Is he going to sell you again? I don't know, man. I can't stand him. Because of him getting that lucky foul, he sent my Thunder home. As far as I'm concerned, he's banned, but not in my slips. So, Daniel Gafford, 21.5 fantasy. I'm leaning on less here. I'm leaning on it because if they give Derek Lively, if you will, more run like they did last game, it's going to take away minutes from Gafford. And then Gafford's completely reliable on his blocks and steals. If Gafford doesn't get at least 2 blocks and steals, I don't see him getting 21.5 fantasy score, okay? So if you think he's going to get those, if you think he's going to go over there, I would just take his blocks and steals. Now, Kyrie under first quarter points has been a wagon for old Crush. It usually is at 5.5. Now it's at 4.5, so I don't know if I'm going to go there. Maybe I ride that train. Maybe I don't. Maybe we discuss it in the live stream like we did yesterday with those tacos right before my tea time and bang, everybody cash. So one thing I will say, y'all, everybody that had 6 legs game stack of that Pacers Celtics game yesterday, all overs, you're long-term going to lose, okay? Those slips are dead money long-term. Sure, the game goes into overtime and stays close the whole time. Yeah, it's going to hit, but 9 out of 10 times, it's going to chalk. So I know a lot of you guys got W's for that, and I'm not just talking about my cord, but I'm just talking about people in general, guys. Don't keep doing that thinking that it's a long-term winning strategy, because it isn't. Anyways, as you can see here, everybody ate yesterday one way or the other. My pair with Brown, my main pair was Joe Ryan's Goblin for a crispy 2x. I also said you could take Kyle Bradish Goblin, which hit, and or Logan Webb's Goblin, but he was the taco. He hit. My Logan Webb pair with Kikuchi fantasy cashed. My pairs on the chalkboard discounts, Ranger Suarez, which I gave to y'all right here on this YouTube channel free of charge, cashed. Man, so many greens. Where's my greens? Tyrese over 19.5 Kikuchi fantasy, my 2-man for UnderDog, cash. Here I am right here, finally. Webb and Kikuchi, cash. Oh, here I am. I did have a full game stack for fun in that scenario for the second half. Got hooked by 0.1. Here I am right here. All right, here we go. Jaylen Brown, De'Arica Hamby, first half, cash. The other ones I gave out in live stream and YouTube, cash. The pairs for Chalkboard, Suarez, Jaylen Brown, cash. Bang. Chalkboard went 7 of 7 yesterday. Jaylen Brown again, the play of the day, cash. And then my main slip, Ryan with Brown, double up, cash. I had a bunch of others I didn't bother posting. Jerry Mack, you're welcome. Everybody, Iceberg, everybody crushed. Roll members, I myself, a lot of people were able to find W's. The live stream was critical. And yet, like always, there's still people that find a way to get L's. So if you're in my cord, make sure you attend the live stream. With my playlist lately, as you can see here, I have been including my projection sheets right through the Dub Club. They're right in the Discord, so there you go. Use these spreadsheets to make your plays, y'all, and you'll be way more profitable, okay? So to get that and my live streams, go to CaptainCrush.net. Simple, gold package by now. It takes you to Dub Club, $24.99. Bang, get in the mix. You're going to want somebody steering the ship that understands WNBA and MLB all summer long, and PGA and NBA Summer League. Trust me, 9 out of 10 people that have cords and stuff think they know those sports, but they absolutely don't know those sports, much less enough to make projections and teach anyone how to get a W. So I will cover the rest on live stream today at 5:30 Central, brothers and sisters. But we will talk about Kyrie then. Maybe if there's any WNBA value that pops up, we'll talk about that. And I also wanted to mention the man, the myth, the legend. Woo! They already bumped it to 11. You hate to see it. Naz Reid. There was a mistake, in my opinion. He was at 10.5 points assist. His real points are at 10. You're sacrificing push equity for assist equity, which in my opinion was crispy. So I locked it in. At 11, I'm going to fade it, and I would just take his points if you want to attack Naz Reid. The 6th man of the year. It's going to be a sweat. Absolutely. It's always a sweat. Everything's a sweat. Nothing's free. But me personally, I will be going light today because I want to see what shakes out in this matchup. I want to see how they handle the bigs on the Mavs side, etc. So I think I'm going to take this. I think these two are going to be my main ones, and then I'll have a splash of Gafford under, maybe Luka over. I don't know. We'll have to see. If you want the full breakdowns and everything else, make sure you're in my live stream today. These videos are just to give you a primer to get your feet firing. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to give you a chalkboard contest again, a slip like yesterday's. It cashed. I really hope you tailed. And I'm going to give you something on UnderDog. So let's check DG Fantasy right quick. And scanning through here, you can see there's not much, but I did go ahead and give you guys this right here. So Edwards higher, 5.5 rebounds. Conley lower, 21.5 PRA. And Nalissa Smith, 21 points, rebounds. This is minus 135 or minus 140 on Pinnacle. Conley was like minus 159, and Smith only had one line. That's going to be the sweat. If you want to flex it, you can. I always take UnderDog's 3-man powers because you do get 6x, one more than PrizePicks. I like the value for that. If it sells, it sells. Yesterday I was way up. Again, promo code CRUSH on UnderDog. And then for Chalkboard, they have their discounts. They got payout boost, Devers. Everybody's on him today, unfortunately. But I took it with Jaden. I project him for 11. And my boy Freddy Peralta over 1.5 walks. I got him projected for 2. This is my Chalkboard. Can I cash back-to-back for the tube Chalkboard contests? We'll have to wait and see, brother. Code CRUSH on both. Send me the email, 30 free days of the Discord plus your deposit match. If you want to check out DG, make sure you use code CRUSH. The link's in the description. You'll get 25% off your month, baby. Can't beat it with a stick. You got to odd shop. Odds are everything. So, with that out of the way, I hope to see you in the live stream today in the Discord channel. If you're not, you're poverty. Smash the like your mama taught you right. Know your role. Pay the toll. Flex Friday is coming soon. And Captain Crush, he's going to be in the mix for you, baby. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's cash a slip so I can afford a new hat. And let's crush.